BLACBOX Productions in full effect. What's cracking, my good people? Everybody in the chat pulling in, piling up. We got a very, very special guest tonight. I apologize for my lighting. I ain't gonna lie. I do not got my mobile game together whatsoever. This is new to me because of a new business situation that I've involved myself in. I'm in a location where indoors, certain new studio that I'm working out of, audio wise, music wise. Indoor streaming is not a good idea. There's no sound for it. So I've made it a custom recently to come outside and get it in outside the building. And I don't have a setup to give me this a quality as a presentation as I would desire, but I soon will obtain it because I'm gonna be in this position for a while. Oh my mama. My lighting was feeding up. Ain't much lighting in here. So what I try to do is I tried to use my other phone. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't have no real stationary spot to put it. And I usually use my other phone to look at the comments. I'm not really interested in the comments that much because I'm pretty set on a few things I want to talk to our guests about this evening. So I don't know. Y'all tell me, do I need the extra light or not? Is it too dark? Can y'all hear me? What about all that? No, I still like to monitor the comments. So I'm gonna forfeit the extra light that I could potentially create. I hope this link that my look ain't too dark. Our guest is running a little bit late. She's texting me in the background. She's a little bit nervous, so she late getting herself together, getting to the back channel. So if you are happen to be listening or watching, we are patiently awaiting your arrival. Yeah, in head, I am in the same place. I got some niggas that love me, y'all. Oh, Baba Mama. And I ain't out here by myself, Crip. You already know. Neighborhood. Oh, yes, plenty eyes on the situation. Love you for that though. Crip Street. But yeah, I'm gravy. Oh, there we go. I think we got her because nobody had the link but her herself. So before I click her in, I want to give you a little introduction to our guest. And her name is Tania. She's become quite a sensation on the internet recently. Recently, of course, because her name has been attached to the homie. Shout out to the homie CMAC neighborhood, to the neighborhood. And they had a whirlwind, love affair, romance, or whatever you want to describe it as. However, that's not quite where her journey began on this internet. And she came by my way recently by chance because she recently broke up with the homie, right? And when she broke up with the homie did a clip where he was reacting to the scenario. And I posted it on my page when he mentioned God. And, people was going back and forth on my page about it. And she popped up in the comments. And, we went back and forth in the comments about the scenario in general. And I invited her on the platform to discuss it further because we had a difference of opinions on the subject matter. However, this interview is not about to be about the homie CMAC. This interview is me being a internet personality that has become involved in doing interviews in general, having an interest in someone who has a presence on the internet and has a story. The homie does happen to be involved in her overall story, but I am honored to have the opportunity to interview her, even for the fact that she was on the soft white underbelly platform. Her story is bigger than the homie or the buster baby daddy she got, so it's not about that. And this is not an opportunity to come on here and try to dissect her relationship with the homie. That just so happens to be why her name is most interesting right now. But this is not what this conversation is about. We're going to touch on them subjects somewhat, but it's more about getting an opportunity to speak to her, let her get an opportunity to talk about her journey as, because she started off in the industry doing things of that nature, and just get acquainted with her. So I want to welcome Tania, the homie CMAC ex Citch, as she's known, and Snoopy Badass, the Buster baby mama, the soft white underbelly sensation. I think she's an R&B artist and a rapper. She has collab with artists such as YG and other. I want to welcome. Oh, I think I just deleted her. Oh, man, where's she at? I want Tania, what it do?
What's the big old deal?
You are the big old deal at the moment.
Mm, crazy,
How
right?
we got the same
So
we got the
yeah,
same
I
situation.
hope you can hear me
We
good.
got
I do not like how this camera is like, what the fuck? But yeah, so let's get
we
into
got a
it.
similar.
How you doing?
Seem like we got. I'm good. It seems like we got a similar situation going on because I'm in the car too, not really in my normal interview uh area. You feel me? Can you hear me? Okay?
Right.
Can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear
Okay?
you.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you
Well,
okay.
all right. I want to start off this interview. First, I want to thank you for popping up. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because I know it's a controversial concept for you to be on my platform dealing considering my interaction with some of the people that you attach to and all that. I know people expecting a whole lot by seeing the title and the thumbnail, but
Right.
you know the way the yeah. But like I assured you off camera, that's not what this is about. You do have an overall interesting story to me. So I just want to kind of start at the beginning. First, I want to make this clear too. I haven't looked at our DM. I want to find out when is the first time we actually communicated. I just want to make it clear that we didn't start communicating after you was with the homie. So that last year, September 7th
Right.
on my hood, September 7th on my hood day is the first time we communicated and networked on some business on IG. Shout out to neighborhood Nina from the nine. My homeboy Nina boy had gave me your line, and I was trying to interview you back then, and you wasn't really feeling the idea, and it was just a quick conversation. And it was over with. So when you start
Right.
making, yeah, when you start making waves again, I popped the clip up of the homie. You popped up on the page. We'll get to that later, but
I hate
I
that
just
it's
want.
breaking up.
I know.
It's
I hate
breaking
that
up a
too.
little bit.
I know.
I
You know
know.
what? I just
But
got.
yeah, so I popped up again. You feel me? And that mean that
Yeah.
it's meant to be like, you know? And
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
comfortable with it. It's not by force. And you not a thirsty nigga. You not like, oh, do it, do it, do it. You like, look, you could come on if you want. You don't have to. You know how to really articulate yourself as well too. Like if a nigga ain't saying the words like how I speak, I'm like, hell no. Fuck you. I be ready to cuss a nigga out. I be ready to debate and all that. So I just want to let people know he's not no thirsty nigga. It's a lot of thirsty niggas, man. And I'm not. I don't go by what niggas say. So let's just clear that right there. That part right there. Right.
I appreciate that. So I want to start in the beginning because it's no secret in the industry. A lot of very well-known women make a rise to the top with a process of their name being attached to certain men. Aaliyah attached to R. Kelly, Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Mariah Carey was attached to powerful men. You got Ike and Tina, and you kind of became notable attached to some pretty high profile guys. So first, I know your name was attached to YG as far as industry working. How did that come about? And you had a pretty big record, I understand, with YG. I'm not familiar with the record, but what year was that? And how did you get in the arena to be working with such a high profile artist?
Okay. So first and foremost, the reason why God is always coming out of my mouth, because I'm telling you, when I be going through it and I get to praying to God, the craziest things get to happening. So people should really
Mm,
pray more because prayer really does work, right? So bam.
mm,
This was like in 2000, about to be 2010. Here I am, young, doing hair from my house, because I wanted to be a beautician. All black girls, they want to do hair, whatever. And
mm.
so, or we know how to do hair, not want to do hair. So
Right.
I was doing hair. I had a little baby. My baby was one, and I was also pregnant. So while I'm doing hair, yada yada yada, somebody walked in, and like my house used to be the type of house to where you don't never know who gonna come because it was kind of like I was always at home, so it's like the kicking spot, really, right? So here I am
Okay.
living in the jungles or whatever, and somebody had walked in, and they were like, they came with somebody. They like, oh, she bad, da 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 da, right? So I'm just looking like, okay. And so they were like, hey, you need to promote for the homie. I said, who's the homie? They like the homie YG, da 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 da. You need to be a promoter for his music. So in my mind, I always have like an entrepreneurial mind. So I'm like, shit, a promoter. I know how to sing. Like, what's up with me getting on the track? So I just shot my shot, right? So they like,
Hmm.
you don't know how to sing. You don't know how to sing. So I'm like, yes, I do. So they was like, all right, sing for the homie right now. Da, da, da. They called him up. I sung for him. He like, you need to come to the studio, and it just happened just like that. So
Mhm.
when I came to the studio, they thinking they not knowing I know how to write and all that. I get to writing 16 bars like I'm a rapper. So they like, the fuck, like this girl's sick. Like you finna fuck with us. Like we finna fuck with you. And the rest was history, right? We never knew that I Made It was gonna be this hood anthem, niggas in jail listening to it, them playing it graduation after graduation. It was such a blessing because I remember my prayer, my baby daddy was a blood. And he was cheating on me a lot, have all these bitches. He was like a joint, never at home, leaving me at home. So I'm like, I need me another blood, right? That was
I was going. I
I'm
don't.
just saying,
Let's save that. Now we're gonna get to the Buster, but I wanted to. Let's do it in
right.
steps. Let's. I know. Yeah, okay. Don't trip. So,
No, but but
um,
but no,
okay.
here's
Go ahead.
the
Go
steps.
ahead.
But
Go
so
ahead. Go ahead. No,
basically,
go
that was
ahead.
my prayer. But I was young and dumb, and I ended up getting a YG. Like not as a relationship. I just God
Right.
knew what He was
No.
doing. Let me get her
Well,
out of this relationship and me let her use her gift, her creativity, instead of being a depressed, you know, single
right.
mom at this point. So that's what I did, and like YG was like, you about to be the girl that sing on my song. So I was like, okay, cool. And that's what I was. And, to this day, I just love it. I just love how I was a pioneer, how I was the first one, damn near the only one, and
Have you
shout
have
out to
you
God.
had
So that was
have you
that
had
step. That's how I got into that.
have you had any more experience equal to that level since then, or did it kind of like leave your life? Did you not focus on that? Did real life take over and you didn't get a chance to really go hard and focus on your career? Because like after that moment, if you haven't had more work in that field, what is the reason that you haven't, in your opinion, pursued that direction further?
Well, okay, the singing, right? So even though I had that song, I took like a little break. I went to jail, okay? Because, and I wish it wasn't breaking up because,
It's but you. I don't know if it's just on your end
so I
because
went to jail. You can hear me,
I
right?
don't detect. I don't detect you breaking up over here. So just act like you don't see it. It might just be on your end.
Good God. Okay, yeah. So I ended up going to jail. So I had the song out and everything. Life started lifing. I also had another song called Little Secret out. So even though people know me for I Made It, I had a Little Secret out. So I go to jail, and when I get out, YG like, I'm gonna sign you to 400 records. I end up getting out, got signed to 400 records. That shit didn't work because it was just so much going on. YG got shot. We was in his house and all of this crazy stuff. So it seemed like I was always around waiting for like a big break, but I really was a mother at the same time too. So what really got in the way was real life. The music wasn't paying. I'm sitting around waiting on like an opportunity, and I wasn't really tripping because I loved, being a mom. But then I'm like, but I actually want to make it too, like nigga. And so I never really pressed the issue like that. I always was like, you the homie, you my friend, you got my best interests or whatever. So things are gonna just work. Until I was like, you know what, I can't do this music shit no more because there's too many promises and there's too many, you know, dreams getting sold to me. So I completely walked away. And when I walked away, I got into other things and ended up doing a movie. And that's when I end up, meeting the buster ass baby daddy, period, point blank. And that's when shit got real because I feel like my gangster was getting tested, my vulnerability was getting tested because of what I went through before. Here come this nigga. I really felt like Michelet, like how Michelet was fucking with Dre, and then here comes Suge Knight, like nigga, who the fuck you think you is? Like this ain't that, and that ain't this. So don't try to
So
do it, really, you know.
that's crazy you
So that's what
mentioned Miss
happened.
Lay, Suge, and Dre because I happen to have a personal account directly from Suge of how all that triangle played out. I don't know how true it is, but Suge gave me a personal version of that whole triangle. But I want to ask you, since you brought up, because it's about that time, how did you cross paths with him? Was it an industry situation, a street situation? Just did you guys? Was it because you were in a studio somewhere? How did you meet the Buster, badass your baby daddy.
So I met him. So I was on my little shit, like into films and stuff. So I went out to the club purposely to like film the crowd because I would put that into my little short films or whatever. It was called Local Girl the Series. It's on YouTube right now. Local Girl the Series. And like I got like 23 episodes. So here I am doing my little Issa Rae, creative on my creative tip on my iPhone. So niggas is trying to talk to me. Actually, I was backstage with Savvy Third, Blueface, and all them niggas, right? But like just on some regular shit. Like I got invited, come backstage. I'm used to being backstage and around rappers and shit. But then I didn't want to be backstage because I couldn't film them niggas. I wanted to be out where I could film regular people from my film. So as soon as I step out, I see Slim 400, I see Bad Seed, all of these niggas or whatever that I knew, just from being around Bad Seed. I don't know him through the music, but his mom and my mom used to work with each other, so we were damn near cousins. And so, Sinfo, honey, he like, oh, what's up, blood? Da, da, da. So I'm like, what's up? But I guess Snoopy Badass was with him, but I didn't know because I'm not paying attention to the niggas. So, just a long story short, I just felt like I got set up in that situation because when Bad C seen me, he like, oh, what's up? Like, let's get a room tonight. I'm like, nigga, what? Like, what is you talking about? Like, boy. So he like, hey, put my number in your phone. So I'm like, for what? Like, and I'm mad because I'm using my phone to film. So now you interrupting my shit. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So come to find out, Snoopy Badass is in the cut like a fucking creep, just peeping out the whole scene. So we leave the club, and I kind of was like, I put two and two together. Like, I get hit up from Snoopy Badass. Never heard of this nigga a day in my life. He like, let's work. So I'm thinking like, I'm not even doing the music no more. So let's work doing what? So I'm like, well, I be doing films and shit. I see you got you a little Jerry curl nigga. What's up? You trying to film? Like, you look like a character. So like, come on. But what he really was doing was he was trying to fucking get that number and show that nigga Bad C like I could get this bitch. Now I put two and two together like, oh, niggas is plotting on me. So, and it was weird because Bad C never got at me like that. Mind you, our mothers know each other since we were young. So like to say let's get a room was a throw off because it's like, damn, who talking like I'm a hoe? Because why is you trying me like that? So come to find out it was that. When I meet up with him, all hell break loose. I meet up with the nigga Snoopy Badass. Next thing you know, the next week, not even a week, let's just say 3 or 4 days. I don't know. I posted up a clip of us like doing like a pilot of this little shit called Rapper Wife the movie, and that's what I was working on. That's what I was gonna put Snoopy Badass in. So I'm like, okay, you could play like you the husband, and I'm the wife, and we like a street relationship. I still want to do this movie to this day. I never did the shit. So he like, all right, cool. We put the clip up. I guess he reposts the clip, or niggas is seeing it. Next thing you know, they want to put this nigga off the hood. Next thing you know, Whack 100 is politicking on him. So I feel some type of way like, damn, niggas be, what's going on? Like, niggas be hating real hard. That's what I'm thinking. But ain't no telling what this nigga Snoopy Badass, because it's like he got so much shit going on, secrets you never would know. So I feel like I was in the mix of some shit, but I'm a real one. Like, I'm not gonna leave somebody's side right then and right there just because niggas is politicking on them and want to put them off. That don't have nothing to do with me. So I still was like, I still film with you. Like, I'm not a gangbanger. Like, nigga, you didn't do shit to
At,
me. So
at this point, at this
because
point, had you at this point had y'all began having children yet?
how we did what yet?
Had y'all began having children yet? At this point,
Nope. We was about to because this nigga's plan was I'm about to get this bitch pregnant. Cause this the whole thing about me. Like, I'm a good soul, and I get where people is coming from, but when they start playing games and like ulterior motives and shit, I don't like that. And that's what I felt that he had with me, only because he was trying to prove a point to them. So yeah, I got pregnant, but let me tell you why I got pregnant, because shit started getting crazy. He started putting his hands on me, and I was dumb to get pregnant after he put his hands on me. But that's just how shit is. I was looking for love in the wrong places. Like, I just got out the contract. I felt kind of like, used when it came to the music. And then I just wanted to do my own thing. And I was thirsty to fucking film. And he was thirsty to have a name, have a baby mama, another baby mama, just to have some leverage, I felt like. So He put his
So,
hands on
so
me because of all that shit he was going through with Whack 100 and shit. And then the abuse, the domestic violence would turn into fighting, and next thing you know, we fucking now. And he like, bitch, you ain't gave me no pussy, whoopty whoopty whoop. Like, so basically the first time we fucked was us being in the car and us arguing about me not giving him no pussy. And so I was like, damn, like niggas, you gonna beat me up? Like, what the fuck? You already, doing weird shit. And that's just how it happened. And like, it may sound crazy, but it is what it is. And I never really, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's rape, but like, my nigga, what was you gonna do to me if I didn't give you no pussy? Might as well just let you get the pussy real quick. Like, the fuck? Then I felt like a fucking, like a punk ass bitch for just letting you bully me. And then next thing you know, that's your way in to get the pussy again. Let me see my daughter. Let me see this. What? I got pregnant. I was running like J-Lo. Each pregnancy, right hand up the guy. I run from this nigga like J-Lo on Enough. From hotel to hotel, because the nigga know where I'm at. He done bust down hotel rooms, bust down 3 of my apartments. And
you
it's like,
lying.
damn, how long am I gonna keep doing this shit? Hell no, I'm not lying. Motherfuckers know, they done seen it. I done made YouTubes about this shit without saying his name because I had to vent. So, I used to call him the narcissist instead of putting his name. And I would basically, it's still on there on my God sent to me a channel.
I
And I
seen
basically had
I
a
seen
video talking about, yeah, talking about like he would want to beat me up and then he would want to make love afterwards. You know, like the last time I seen
you
him
think do you
was
think
months
you
ago.
think like you think like maybe when he was young, a male figure in his life may have done him like that, physically abused him and then
Well,
sexually.
absolutely. What I think is, you know, he lost his father when he was very young. You know what I'm saying? So off top, whatever man was around him, you get what I'm saying, or even woman, children do get abused, and at the end of the day, they take that shit out on people. No matter if they got a good soul like me, no matter if I don't got no ill, bad intentions, they will use you like a punching bag. And that's what the fuck I was. I was his punching bag, and I hated it. Because, we had deep conversations where he confided in me. So I looked at him like, okay, I know about you. You know about me. So we should never cross the line. But he done crossed the line so many fucking times over this industry and just over, he'll see a nigga like a picture or make a comment, and he'll be like, oh yeah, you fucking him. Like he swear that I fucked Zoe Osama, and I never met Zoe Osama a day in my life, ever.
Happy see that it just so happened it happened to be Zoe Osama. See that it's the 8 month 9th day. Shout out to the eight
For
nine
real.
bastards. Yeah, it's
Happy
hood day.
birthday, Zoe.
Yeah, happy Crip day to the homie. And I hate the fact that he even was comfortable discussing that type of stuff. I'm glad that you cleared that up because I said that not even knowing the facts, just because even if it were true, it's nobody business. So I'm glad to hear you say you ain't never fucked the homie
I
because
never
even if
met
you
him.
did,
I never seen him. I followed him on Instagram. I told him, I slid in his DM. Let me tell you what happened. I slid in his DM. I said, something about your music make me happy. Keep on doing this shit because you be putting the dancing, the people dance to the shit. I need that type of shit because I be stressed the hell out. I got 5 kids. I be sitting there with kids and I want to fucking dance too. So when I told him that, I said, you better follow me back. And he put LOL. He followed me back.
real
And
nigga
that was
shit.
that.
That's right.
No weird shit, no funny shit. And I shouldn't feel thirsty for saying that to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Like
right.
y'all
I know.
make it seem
I
like
agree.
I
I
want to
agree.
fuck somebody just because I give somebody they props and shit.
I agree. I wanna change gears a little bit because you mentioned that, oh, who getting that, who's speaking on me like I'm a hoe or something. And one of your biggest looks on the internet was on Soft White Underbelly. And we all know he deal with
Hmm.
pimping and hoeing. I saw your interview on there. You articulated yourself quite well. I have a homegirl. Well, I got a homeboy who mama was on there. She called herself Treasure on there. We know her as Termite. Shout out to Termite. Shout out to Baby Aunt on my mama. But anyway, I saw you on there and I heard your story. And so to some degree, you've been comfortable, you know, classifying yourself as a lady of the night, a working girl. I heard the details of how you finesse the game or whatever. I want to give you props for being stumped down and having the courage to be transparent and you digitalize. But I want to ask you, how did you come across that interview? and getting into a little bit of how you got into that portion of your life and what led you there.
Right. I hope I'm not breaking up. But so it was crazy because how that came about. I used to always watch Soft White Underbelly, and I would be like watching it like, dang, these girls is bold. But I sat there and I said, I want to do an interview like this one day. Not that particular man, because I never thought that I would run into the man. I just was saying like a very quiet setting by yourself, one on one. And so here I go, speaking things into existence. I'm telling you. And so I'm walking out the county building during Christmas time. And them motherfuckers didn't want to give me no no money, no nothing. I'm trying to fucking finesse, fucking move in, all type of shit. And they like, no, we can't do this. So I walked out mad as a motherfucker, walking out fast. I'm on Central and 108th. So I'm walking out fast and stuff. I got some little shorts on. And somebody was like, do you want to do an interview? And it was a black guy. I'm like, nigga, no, I ain't trying to do no interview. Like, what the fuck? And he like, no, you are perfect. He like, are you a working girl? And I'm like, what do you mean working girl? And he like, you know what I mean, working girl. I said, shit, I work these niggas. That's what the fuck I work, right? So when I said that, he like, you perfect. Do you got a crazy story? I said, hell yeah, I just got sex trafficked a few years ago in Miami. And so he was like, oh, that's perfect. So he like, um, I'm about to call my best friend right now. I said, who? He said, Soft White Underbelly. I said, that is not your best friend. He was like, yes, he is. He said, give me your number. So I'm think he trying to get my number. He finessing me. I'm like, no, you call him on your phone. So when he called him, he FaceTimed him, and the white man, Mark, answered the phone. I'm like, hey, Mark. He like, hey, you're beautiful. He like, are you ready for an interview right now? I'm like, right now? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And I went. So he gave me, $300 on the spot only. I'm like, nigga, what? Like, but mind you, it's Christmas. God is good.
You
All
need
money in, no money
you
out.
needed that. Yeah, you
I
needed
needed
that.
that,
Yeah,
right?
word. You needed.
So I told my highlights of my stories. Now it made it seem like I told that nigga, do not put me as a prostitute. Not like I don't fuck with prostitutes, but that's not me. I don't have no pimp. I'm not finna give no money to no nigga. If it's my nigga and I want to look out for him, yes, period. But just to some nigga who disrespecting me and telling me what I can do, I can't be around the kids. I know how all that shit work. Why? Because I did time with prostitutes. I know the ins and outs of that
You
shit
know
because
what?
they
He
confided
he
in me.
he captured that very well. That's what I was saluting you on. He captured. I could tell you schooled him on that. He
Right.
you came across very well like that. Yeah.
Like what a finesser was. He didn't know what a finesser was, or it wasn't no girls talking about sugar baby. I'm like, give me a little bit more class about it, because that's what it really is. All these beautiful women, they could have a little bit of a finesse, but not in a taken way. And I explain what finesse means: making someone feel good. You're compensating me. I'm making you feel good. I don't want you to feel like you got took. Period. And I want to see you again. That's just like a prostitute, a regular. I want to see you again. So that's the thing. So I felt very comfortable with it. I told some secrets that I never told before, and people was really like, "Oh my God!" Like, they never thought. That's how you know I'm respectful with my shit, because how come didn't nobody know all this? All these years I've been in LA, and all these people I've been around, it's a reason why people didn't know. Not because I'm a sneaky bitch.
No,
No,
cause
because
you
I don't
gang.
carry
That's cause you
myself
gang. That's
that
cause
way.
you gang. You gang. It's called gang tight, baby. You gang tight. That's all. You gang
Period.
tight. It's obvious. I salute it. I never hated on the game a day in my life. It would be no game. Everybody that participate. That's the males and the females, and you carry yourself quite well, even being affiliated with that subject matter at all. So I was never bringing it up to try to shit on you, but it's part of your story. So I just wanted to get a little insight on that. You dig
Right.
a lot? I also, before we close, because I told you I wasn't gonna hold you long.
Mhm.
One of my most interesting facts about you and one of your most famous facts is that you were attached to the most famous Crip we've seen since Snoop Dogg, the internet sensation, my homeboy neighborhood CMAC. Mr. Beautiful World that love the big booty, beautiful Sitches. I think everybody was cheering for y'all after he went through the situation we saw him go through. You came in, you looked at like something that was going to be better. It turned into a real quick whirlwind. And so everybody knows the
Right.
way we ended up. Wait, hold on. Let me just, that's not my question. My question is this: I'm going to bring people to the moment how we got here. So I was cheering for you. I love y'all video,
I hate
guys.
the service. I really hate it.
I know, but just don't let it interrupt us. Don't trip. I love the video y'all had. God sent me the hoodsters and all that, Angel with all that, right? Whoop. So bam, out of nowhere, it's over with. Over the tattoo, it seems. As us as watchers from the outside looking in, it looked like it was over with, over the tattoo. So I posted a clip of him reacting to y'all relationship ending on my Instagram page. And it got a little traction. There was a whole lot of conversation going on, and you popped up and you was in there defending yourself. And you said something to the fact of, I gave him my love and he didn't appreciate it. And it's a terrible thing, but it's over with. And when I realized that was you on there, I responded to the effect of, not quite. You gave the homie an ultimatum that the whole world knows he is not finna go for.
And that's
And it
crazy
could,
that
but no,
the whole world
wait.
didn't.
Hold on. I'm finna give you the floor. The whole world knows he wouldn't go for it. So you gave him that ultimatum. Then I told you that could have come across as manipulative because we all know how he feel about that tattoo. If you would have gave him that, presented to him that in private, it gave him some time to think about it, it may have been different. I just want to let people know how we got here. So because you and I had that small debate, I invited you on the platform, and that's how we got here. So go ahead and you can react.
So let me tell you, you know how I'm all spiritual, and he was always saying I'm a church lady and all this. The freaking Israelites contacted me. The the church contacted me on StreamYard, and this is my second time being on StreamYard. My first time was I was on my way to get some liquor. I don't even drink like that. I was going to go get Douce. My homegirl, Slauson girl, hit me up and was like, "Hey, the Israelites, my friends, are reacting to you and CMAC's vlog on your channel going to church." So of course I'm like, let me see what they talking about. I seen that they were live. They was just drilling us, talking about we hypocrites, all this stuff. So of course I'm trying to defend myself because I want to let them know, hey, don't judge a book by its cover. And two, not too much on my boyfriend. Because at the end of the day, this is who I'm dating right now. So I'm not going to let nobody talk about nobody. Not like that, but I never dated Snoopy Badass. So I wasn't going to defend him about Nathaniel. And your ass was fucking putting your hands on me. So no. So here I am. I'm like, okay, check this out. So here I am defending my boyfriend. And while I was in the live chat, they were like, sister, we really appreciate you. We know God is using you. And I'm like, but listen though, um, everybody is levels to this. I just now entered this man's life. You know, you never know where God is going to lead us, and everybody is all in shambles, just how you said. So anyway, to make a long story short, they said, well, do you think that you can put CMAC on the phone? I said, well, first of all, he's at the room. I'm out on the store run, and he keep calling me back to back to back, messing up the stream yard. So he probably gonna think I'm cheating because this last bitch used to do that shit, leave him and all that shit, and so he probably think I'm doing some bunk. So they're like, oh, well, we're not trying to hold you, but just let him know, would he consider taking, that tattoo off of his face? And I don't know why I fell for the okey doke. Because I went home to our room, and I told him, I said, babe, he was falling asleep. I said, I'm back. He like, where the fuck was you at? I said, on fucking live with these people. I said, look, babe, they wanted me to ask you. And he like, I said, they not on the phone right now. I said, but look, I'm just wondering, like, would you ever take that stuff off your face? Like, like you saying that you want to get married to me and all this stuff. Like, can we really walk around like that? Because that's dangerous, babe. Like, I was afraid when we was doing the video, you with that shit on your face. Like, we was all on Western. The fuck? Like, babe. And so I'm like, huh. Bullets ain't got no names on it, babe. I don't want to be an innocent bystander. I want you out of this lifestyle, but it don't seem like you about to get out of this lifestyle no time soon. So whatever the case may be, I said what I said. He rolled over and was like, I'll never get it on my face. Gave me a kiss and rolled over. Next morning, he fucking told me we need to reenact. Here he go on his content creation shit. He like, we need to reenact that conversation last night. I'm like, hmm. So first he woke up like, record me program times 5. I'm like, okay, cool. But he kind of like aggressive with it. And then he like, all right, we need to reenact that shit that we was talking about last night. I'm like, what shit? He was like, you know, the tattoo removal shit. Here. So I'm like, the fuck? So he snapping his fingers and shit like I'm some goddamn dog. So I'm like, oh shit,
Hey,
this shit don't look good. The energy.
cuz ain't no dummy. They think cuz a dummy. Cuz ain't no dummy. Go ahead,
They
keep
think he
talking.
a dummy, so he really programming for real. So I'm like, wait a minute, what? So he like, West Rolando talking to me like a Crip. So I'm like, oh man, like this is crazy. So I'm like, okay, what do we have here? So he like, so good morning. I'm like, good morning. Everything is aggressive and fucking crazy. So he like, you seen the video. So basically he like, I'ma fight show be with you. I'ma fight show take care of your kids. We gonna fight show be fight together. Whoopty whoopty whoop and all this shit, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, we are, yeah. He like, so tell me, ask me about this tattoo. I'm like, oh babe, would you? And the reason why I gotta put my little sexy
Hey,
voice
look,
point,
hey, look. Cuz couldn't sleep all night. He couldn't sleep right. That shit was on his mind
he
all
was tossing and
night
turning.
long
Okay,
on the
when
set.
I tell you, I woke up late. Usually I wake up early. I woke up late. He like, hey babe, I'm glad you woke up. I didn't want to interrupt you, acting all extra nice and shit like Pleasantville. I'm like, something is up. He like, I didn't want to wake you. I hope you got a good sleep. Today is gonna be a big day. I'm like, what's going on, baby? You got a surprise for me? But this was the surprise. He couldn't wait to turn it up on me. You hear me? And he knew he was about to put in the caption, Tania wanna leave me because I won't remove this HK on my face. So I'm like, so I told him, edit that motherfucking caption because you know your fans is about to be in a fucking frenzy. They finna fucking chew me alive. And so no. So he was like, you know what? You want me to change every motherfucking thing. You want me to change my life. You want me to change the tattoos. You want me to change how I am. I'm not good enough for you, bitch. And you ain't barebacking me. I'm like, boy, what? I'm fertile as fuck, nigga. You fucking breathe on me, I'll be pregnant. You don't want these problems. You really want a baby with me? Are you crazy? I'm we
Want a
can't be having
baby.
unprotected
Cuz
sex
want a baby.
already.
Cuz want a baby,
It's not
period. And
cool.
he was loving on you. And I know you that number is a high number. You young. He probably couldn't. It was a bad timing for y'all, but cuz want to love on a baby. Damn, where she go, y'all? That's feeding up, eating up. Damn. I'm in here by myself and she in a black box for real. We're gonna try to hang on for her to come cack real quick. I'm trying to talk like CMAC, come cack real quick. But that probably was enough, cuz. Yes, y'all seen what we was trying to do. Y'all know the reason why her name popping right now. And she ended up on my page because I reposted the homie reacting to their breakup. And she tried to come on there and kind of like gain sympathy, and I came on there defending the homie on the in the comments, and that led me to inviting her onto the platform. She accepted the invitation, so I know a lot of people was anticipating me getting on here, trying to make her look bad. That ain't what it's about. You know what I'm saying? We love black women, all of them, period. Only people we don't love is the people that don't love us. And that's black women, black men, white men, orange, yellow, green, whatever. But by default, we love black women, no matter what they involved in, what their story is. Everybody daughter, sister, cousin, mother is somebody else, auntie, friend, wife, grandmama. And that's what we push out here. It's community, revolution, and progress. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Black Box Production. I got some bad news. You know, they say you got some good news and some bad news. It started off as good news. Shout out to Adam 22, Brick Baby, CMAC, the No Jumper crew. I got invited back to No Jumper as a guest after 5 years after I first reached out to Adam 22 in 2018 and asked him could I come through, and he immediately readily allowed me to be a guest back then in 2018. Then here it is in 2023. Cuz invited me back. I went yesterday. We had an epic episode. If you uh, evaluate it according to energy, content, spontaneity, we had a great episode. We have a lot of witnesses that could attest to that. And I left yesterday quite satisfied, and I was anticipating the release of our episode. And the bad news is, when I got in Adam DM today to thank him for the invitation, he told me he had bad news that the audio is not available for what we just captured and that we have to do it again. I'm like, cuz wow. He's like, yeah, bro, I got to get some type of backup system in place to where that never happens again, because believe it or not, that has never happened. So of course, you know me, I'm controversial. So in the conversation we had, Nightwood to Nightwood, shout out to Brick Baby, on the podcast, there were some controversial issues that was touched upon. So of course, you know, my antennas go up. I'm like, damn, did I say something wrong? He like, no. And he immediately gives me a screenshot of um his production staff making him aware. Our guest is coming back, y'all. I see you, Tania. Making him aware of the fact that the audio is not available. Everybody that was present, audio was good except mine. So, damn, see that? Y'all wonder why I have my glasses on, because I'm looking for the thing that say add. Yep, I can add you to them. Bam. Everybody audio is good except mine. So,
Hmm.
he told me, wait, hold on, baby. He told me we was gonna run it back. You know, I'm eager for that to happen. Whether it happens or not is up to the creator. But I just hate the fact that no matter what we do in the future, we won't recapture the moment and the energy and the shit that we had. That was some cold shit. But go ahead. We're gonna we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate you for coming on. I don't know what happened to our connection. I forget the last thing
I
you
know.
said. If you want to bring us kind of back to where we was at, go ahead. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and say whatever you choose to say to kind of wrap this up, tie it in a knot. When we get more situated, I got a couple of situations. If you wouldn't mind coming on my podcast, Facts Over Feelings, I would love to have you on that. We can get into a more comfortable professional setting and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could touch
So
on
any
the highlights that was breaking all up and all that. You get what I'm saying?
yes,
It's nothing.
definitely.
I like your energy. You feel me? They always trying to hide the real ones away from each other. That's what the fuck they do. And that's what I don't like. But you feel me? God is good. It is my time. It is our turn. And we gonna get it in.
Yep, stay stumped down, man. I'm telling you, you game tight. Stay game tight. Can't nobody fuck with you. Let's keep politicking, keep building, regardless what you're doing, and keep praying, baby. You're gonna be all right. Bless your babies, all five of them.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everything
Yes, we
gonna see all right. See you later.
everything gonna everything gonna see all right. Never commit suicide. It's
Hmm.
a beautiful world. Oh,
Exactly.
good.
Exactly.
On my
Period.
mind. Period.
Bye. I don't know.